The second feedback we received was our group short film pitch. We pitched our idea to our commissioner Mr Hood, and it was also recorded on camera. Our proposed short film would be about a girl called Mallory who is out on her way to work and bumps into a guy. They have some conversation, but it's more sided towards Mallory. They say goodbye and depart opposite ways. However, Mallory is astounded by how quickly this guy has disappeared between the time they departed opposite ways and between when Mallory turns around to see him and sees that he's suddenly gone. This happens a few times when Mallory also keeps bumping into this guy, and the same thing happens when they have conversation and it's still sided towards Mallory. However, the last time they meet, she is aware of his name when he says Peter Edrum just randomly. This happens at the train station in the film. So the following day, later in the day, Mallory is quite suspicious of him. So she types his name into the internet and is absolutely shocked to discover that he was actually killed in an alleyway a few years ago. So he's actually a ghost that she's been bumping into. So the following day, she tries to redeem herself. She tries to move on from this. So she goes to work and carries on the usual routine. But then again, she bumps into another guy, and this guy's called Alex. They seem to get on really well. They seem to be a new couple. They seem to like each other lots, and they go off, and then the credits roll. But however, as the audience get the impression that Mallory has found her true love, no one will ever know if he is actually real or a ghost. So that's what our short film idea was about. So the first part of feedback which we received for this was our location. We were told that our location has to be believable and convincing enough for the audience to be convinced that there was nowhere for this guy to hide into when Mallory turns around to see he's suddenly disappeared really quickly. So he said the location is a vital part of when we're filming. We need to make sure the location we choose, that there's absolutely nowhere at the side that there would be for him to hide into in such a short amount of time. So we need to be absolutely on point when we're choosing a location to film this. Also, prior to this, of course, during the editing stage, when we edit this, we need to make sure the cuts and the edits are on time. And so, like us doing the sequence, it needs to be believable to the audience to think, oh, blimey, he's gone really quickly. I wonder why that is. So we need to get that kind of reaction from the audience, and we need to get them wondering, which is what our aim is as our production team. Another thing that was suggested to us as well was a narrative, and this could add a level of pity for the character Mallory. So what we learnt from this was that if there was a narrative which could add a level of pity for Mallory, there'd be a bigger contrast in emotions, and so we'd be developing our narrative a bit more to the side of toddler's theory. Another main point which was brought up during our group short film pitch by a commissioner was that our target audience, he thinks it was too low, and he thinks we should widen it a bit more. And one of the main things he asked was, why would someone over 30 not find your film appealing? So our commissioner thinks that we should widen our target audience a bit more. So that was what we learned from our feedback given. There's also other feedback in which we were given. So yeah, but all the feedback we're given, we learnt from this, and we acted on it, and we improved. And we didn't improve, but we did the things that were suggested to us. We we widened the target audience, and also during the editing stage when he was on about the location, we did certain cuts and made it believable to the audience when they watched